Well, hello, hello. Welcome to African Travel and More. I'm Yolandra and this is Jeff. So happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah. We're going to start off with some music.
Just came up with this song about 5 minutes ago,
It's true.
but I actually wanted songs that I like.
That's pretty. That's super. Bravo. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay,
That's
welcome,
to keep. I'm gonna
welcome.
keep that one. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, no, just welcome, welcome. I hope that so far the day is going well. We are starting at a different time today, but it's okay to have a different start every now and then. You don't have to always have the same start. We just wanted to come today for a short uh, video on Africa uh, stopping corruption and how this came up is, well, we were kind of reflecting on our travel experiences and kind of thinking about, yes, it exists, but this is to just show that we kind of like how this really big YouTube vlogger, Drew Binsky, how he handled the situation to make it better. So I'm going to show you a clip from him in a little bit on that. But did you want to say something about
Okay, so the clip that
on the
you got
process? That's the
uh,
one
is
where
that the story clip or
no,
after?
that's after the
Okay,
fact.
so said
Hmm.
just to tell a little bit of the story, they, like many of us, and we identify with the story completely. They were doing a border crossing, and
Hmm.
this can happen actually anywhere. It don't
Anywhere.
have to be the border crossing. It'd be as you're going down the road or whatever.
Hmm.
You have people in official capacity, uniformed people, who hold you up and start to create reasons to hold you up and charge you money.
Hmm. Hmm.
And this happened to them on a border crossing from where were they come
They
to?
were
They were,
coming from Liberia uh, by road to Sierra Leone.
yes, and so it was the Sierra Leone side that messed with them, and it was similar
Right.
to us when
Yeah.
we were leaving Gambia going into
Senegal
Senegal.
just recently.
The almost identical thing happened. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was, which side was it? The Senegal
It
side.
was the
Yeah, so it's just
Senegal side.
the Gambian side was really not, I mean, matter of fact, they were super professional.
Oh yes,
And I forgot which side because they were right there,
I
and
didn't forget.
so, but when we crossed to go into the Senegal side, then they were trying to scam. They were doing stuff. I mean, the whole thing with the vaccine and all that sort of stuff has just created a whole industry of scammers.
Right.
So,
Well, this was beforehand,
mhm.
but you are correct.
Right, but I'm saying it was
It's
still with
really
COVID. It was still dealing with the
true. True.
testing and the
Oh,
hours with the testing. They
yes,
wanted
that was
they want.
ours.
I mean, and the irony was that and we told the story before, so I'll shorten it. It was like dozens of people went by, which who were natives, and
Right.
there was no questions about testing or masks.
Nothing.
It was just not. They just went
Nothing.
through, went
Right.
through, all crossing the border. Then all of a sudden they see our passports. Then they want to pull us to a back room and ask us about
Exactly.
the testing, and it's going to cost this much. And they were just holding us up. They just hold you up to weaken you to you
Hmm.
just go ahead and give them money. And I
Right.
think our driver,
Gave
unbeknownst to us,
gave
gave
money.
him a little money. We didn't.
Right.
And we were arguing the point, and he gave him a little money because he wanted to move on.
Hmm.
So
But
anyway,
we gave him money back.
yeah,
We
and it
didn't.
wasn't a lot. This one's one where there
Right.
was a lot, but with Drew Binsky.
Binsky, yes.
But anyway, his
They
was
had to talk him down.
they
Woo-hoo.
were after them for like $500. So
Yeah.
anyway, what I'm saying is this happens frequently, but we also know that the ground level people don't like it,
True.
and the people that we associate with, even many of the officials we met, they don't like it. It's just uh, a way of the people in uniform to make a little extra money, and it's not no big crackdown on it.
Right.
But it has been getting better. The people have been uh, protesting in certain ways, not in the streets, but in
Right.
different ways against the corruption that happens. And corruption up until recently was just a way of life. What am I saying? Recently, it
Yeah,
still
it still
is.
is. Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Especially
is,
government
it
orders.
was a way of life that nobody even looked at. You just knew that when you went somewhere, you were gonna get fleeced. But anyway, the point is,
And we called it the shakedown.
right.
It's a shakedown.
So the point is, we have been
Uh,
going to different countries, and we've been seeing it get a
yes.
little bit better. We begin to see a little bit more honesty with the officials and
Hmm.
with the uniform people. And I say uniform people because it could be anywhere from someone uh, on the streets just stopping cars or giving traffic, giving
Hmm.
direction. It
Hmm.
could be a variety. In this case, with Drew Binsky, uniform people were
At the
people
border.
and the vaccination
Yeah, and the health.
office,
Yeah,
health office.
health office.
So that was another group. So
Mhm.
uh,
You want me to
I
show it?
kind of set that up so you can kind of see that they complain,
Hmm.
they went on social media, and one of the benefits they have is they have a big platform,
Huge following.
and
Yes,
and and
millions.
and we'll tell you the elephant in the room, of course, is that they are of a different ethnic group, different race. So sometimes that brings more attention than fellow Africans or even maybe African Americans
Hmm.
uh,
Right.
complaining. But anyway, you can show
Okay.
the clip.
Okay, let's show the clip.
So if you guys remember the video from a few days ago where we got scammed at the border of Liberia and Sierra Leone, I just got an amazing email from someone at the government. I'll read it really quickly. Dear Mr. Binsky, we are the Anti-Corruption Commissioner Sierra Leone and have watched with great dismay the video shared on social media where you claim to have been scammed by some health workers along the Liberia-Sierra Leone border. We've taken action based on the video and would like to invite you to the commission to make a formal statement to the claims. Please feel free to contact me on this number or notify us through Medium as to when you can make yourself available for questioning statement giving. Yours sincerely. So I'm very, very happy to see this so it can possibly be a change. And then 2 minutes later, what happened?
It's crazy. I just received this email from the owner of the hotel where we stayed at, and she actually quotes, "I'm glad we helped you make your day better. I apologize for what went through at the border. The government has taken swift action. Officials have been arrested and will be investigated and would like to refund you your money. We're trying to rebrand Sierra Leone in a positive image to help boost the economy and create jobs. It's a pity you did not see the warmth of our people." We did, but I mean, not just on the border crossing. We hope that you
call. So we're gonna call them now and chat to them on the phone here. See what they say.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Drew Binsky. I was just emailing and you're her boss about the video, the scam video.
Yes, yes.
I'm here with my friend
You
Alvaro.
are the one in the video?
Yes, sir. I'm here with my friend Alvaro, and we would love to discuss with you what happened to us.
All right, nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm very happy that you're getting in touch. We were all really shocked at the ordeal you went through. So we took action on it immediately and we arrested the people involved. How long ago did this thing happen?
It was 4 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. I sent my passport stamp to. She's the owner of the Swiss hotel. It's a hotel where we stayed in Freetown. She's also contacted us. I send her my entry passport stamp, which is for the 22nd, and I also send her a screenshot of the fake vaccines that they put in our book. They dated them for the 19th because they said that way it will be valid for whatever controls we might
It
face.
will be valid, yes.
Yes.
For somebody to do this kind of thing, it really shocked the country.
Yeah.
So really, this number is on WhatsApp. If you are on WhatsApp, just kindly send me those things.
Wait.
I will also send you my email address and we'll keep in touch.
Perfect. We want to make sure that it's only the 3 people that work.
Okay, so as you can see, Drew Binsky used his platform for some good. Okay, and I think that that's one reason why I wanted to show this, because it's true. This does happen. And to me, in the video that I did recently about our experience in Senegal, I do view it as it's individual people. So it really shouldn't shape your perception of the country, of all the people, because it's not all the people. It's just sometimes at that border, you come across some mess. But how it was handled with Sierra Leone is really commendable, because they were right on it. And of course, like Jeff says, to address the elephant in the room, yes, he's non-African. So of course, a lot of the times that gets more attention for people. But yeah, what do you have more to say about that? Because I know you were talking about it, with that being the elephant in the room. But I think his platform being so large, that I think that speaks more than race.
Right. And then he was able to specify the exact point, because I've heard many complaints about, I mean, even in the United States, many complaints about corruption.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times people are saying it in general, like it was corrupt, and I just got stopped many times and going blah 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 blah, but they don't point out a specific incident,
Right.
to point to, so that authorities, even if authorities were interested, you need a specific incident so they can investigate. So a lot of times that doesn't happen.
So he used his platform for good,
Right?
Because both the people that did it, I don't know if you listened, they were arrested.
Right, and they had pictures of them too, but we didn't want to play the whole video.
Right, because all of that, but it's needed. So hi Africa Rain, welcome. Have you experienced any at the border situations at the border, any corruption at the border? Because now I can tell you, in this new era of COVID, we can look to that. I'm sorry. I always say that this COVID situation is a money grab. It is a money grab. They want you to have the test. You're really at their mercy. If they say the test is negative, then So I'm not going to go on and on about that, because I'll be a downer, but it's true. So we just wanted to bring something that was more of a in a sense good thing, because they actually were put on blast. And do I feel sorry for the people who were put on blast? No, I do not, because we've been in situations where do you remember that time in Uganda, we had to get another flight, because we were told while trying to leave the country that we could not leave to go to Ghana until we had our visa for Ghana. We had to get our visa prior to going, when we know what the rights are. And that's another thing. You forget rights in some of these countries, but we know what the rights are that American citizens may get their visa on arrival when they arrive in Ghana, but they weren't having it in Uganda, and they caused us to miss our flight, and we ended up having to go all the way to downtown Kampala, purchase the visa there, and then go to purchase another flight. So it can really wreak havoc, and that's kind of what, if you go and watch Drew Binsky's entire video, I can really identify with that, where he just said, let's talk them down to about 50, I think $50 each, because they were wanting way more, and let's just move on, because if not, like that was like uh almost $2,000 having to buy more airplane tickets. So it just depends on, if you want to stick by your gun and say, I'm not giving you a bribe, I'm not giving you a dash, then
Right.
are you going to pay more money?
Right.
So,
And it just depends on it. It's all about leverage. Just depends on what leverage you have at the moment. Sometimes at the moment you really have zero leverage. You know, there's no one, you don't have enough information in order to cause problems, because that's what the people don't want. They don't want you to cause problems for them.
true.
So you don't have the information to do that. And even if you do, you don't have the right authority around who's going to help you, because a lot of, and when you get into like bribery and schemes like that,
Right.
everybody's getting a nickel. You know, everybody's getting a little nickel off of it. So
True.
you go to this person, they're going to,
Yeah.
so you might as well just negotiate. And then you have some moments where you have a little leverage, and I'll give you an example. We had accidental leverage. This didn't happen in Africa. This happened in Mexico. And
Oh yes, you gonna tell that story?
yeah, but it's a
That's a good one.
well, I'm a musician, as you know. See, I'm always doing music. Would do resorts and stuff like that in Mexico. So we would go there all the time and do
Yes.
resorts.
That's where I got
and come
my
back.
best friend.
And then we got stopped. One time we went, and I guess it was just they were on hide and alert. We got stopped 3 times by
the federales.
they call it federales,
Federales.
but they're the people, the police
With
officers or
machine
whatever.
guns.
And at least 2 times they were trying to find stuff on us
Mhm.
so that they could hold us up, and then they could bribe.
Right.
But 2 times we were able to barely escape. I mean, they had us all out the car, searching the car, doing,
Right.
I
That
mean,
was the
just
first stop.
unnecessary stuff.
But what happened the last stop?
And the last stop, the third stop,
had
is
to-
when they finally said we were speeding. You know,
Right.
they don't have a speed gun or nothing. They just said we
Speed.
saw you speeding. You know, they saw you. We looked at you, and it just looked like you were speeding.
Oh
So-
gosh, we were almost
so-
across the border too.
So they stopped us, and then they said, "Okay, it's going to be a ticket. It's going to be," and they gave us an amount, and they said, "You're going to have to." It was something like
I
they were
told
going to
them-
have to. Well, hold on, before you told them that,
yeah,
they were trying to get us to follow them to the police station,
right.
and they were. I mean, they were really trying to.
They were trying to hustle.
And so they wanted cash, so they would just give us something and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, what I didn't tell them was that I had gotten paid in cash. I had a bunch of cash on me, but I didn't tell them that.
Because that's not what I told them.
So
I told them that you just came for work, and they looked, and I said, and I can give you a check. The man said, no checking. I didn't say no checking. And then it was like, go.
So that was it. So she said, well, we'll pay you. We'll give you a check. And we were trying to get the checkbook.
Okay.
And boy, it was like the sign of the cross.
Right, but
like,
I said the check. No check.
No, we don't want no check.
No evidence.
And they let us go.
Right.
So I mean, but I'm just saying that was the leverage we had. The leverage we had was we were compliant,
right?
But we were compliant in the way we wanted to be compliant.
Right.
But it was just too much trouble. Then it became too much trouble for him.
Right.
He needed some easy target, so he just said go.
Go. That was hilarious. I forgot about
but
that.
Unfortunately, Mexico haven't cleaned up its corruption. They won't do anything. But many of the African countries are they're interested in tourism. A lot of them,
right?
And they know that, especially with social media, you have a bad experience, and especially if you're a blogger, especially like Drew Binsky,
Mm.
he's a
He's a big
big
time,
big
big
blogger,
time. Millions of people follow
and
that man.
yeah, so they
But
see that,
they should know better than
right.
to fool with him.
So, and it's the same thing with someone like Wodamaya. If he has a bad
Right.
experience, an official may come to him and try to help work it out, and they
Mhm.
are getting better. And like I said, it's getting better. I remember, I'll give an example how it's getting better in Ghana. I remember when we first went, it was in 2010.
Mhm.
And when we would travel on the road, like just from Accra to Cape Coast and to maybe Kumasi, wherever,
Yes, hola.
uh, I remember them stopping us so many times,
Oh yeah.
and the driver having to give out so much money. We were just giving them money. That was back then, and it's cleaned up.
Yes.
Last year when we went, no, it wasn't last year. That was, matter of fact, this
In
year,
January, yeah, in
January,
January.
when we went to Ghana, and we did similar trips.
Hmm.
We did get stopped a few times, and it was a couple of dashes, but it
But not
wasn't
like it
like a
used to be.
dozen. I mean, it was like one day. I mean, we went from Accra, then went to Cape Coast, and then Cape Coast to Kumasi. At least a dozen times, driver had to
It
stop
was
and pay
getting
some money.
stopped.
Stop and pay, stop and pay, stop and pay. So it's cleaning up a
Yes.
little bit in a lot of the countries, and I'm glad to
That's
see
true,
that.
Africa Rain. They're learning blessings of social media. Yeah,
Right.
true. True. Because the thing is, I know Ghana does take it more serious because in their airport, they even have this little sign. I don't have a picture. I took a picture, but I didn't think to put it for this. They have a sign like no to corruption, no to bribes. So they want you to say no so that it will go, because that's the only way that it will stop. You say no.
But you have to have
I
leverage though,
know.
because you
If not, you end up paying a lot of money sticking to your
right.
principles. You pay a lot. You really
And they
will.
can jack you up, because especially sometimes they get you at the moment of truth or the moment of impact of movement, like when we were flying out of Uganda.
Right.
They get you at that moment when you need to do something important in an hour or 30 minutes or
Right.
2 hours. I mean, at that moment is when they jack you up and hang you up, and you know that time is your enemy, so you just go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to pay. Whereas if you didn't have that, if they didn't have that leverage of time,
Right.
then you just wait them out. You just say, no, I'm not. And then you just kind of go back and forth, back and forth. Because for the most part, they don't want to harm you. They
Right.
just want
They just want
to
some money.
sweat you and intimidate
Some
you
money.
into giving some money.
Okay. It's really a mess though.
Right.
It's really a mess. So I applaud Drew Binsky on that, because that was the ultimate. And I don't feel sorry that, because hey, you shouldn't do that. That's taking advantage of people that are traveling to your country. Did you have anything else to add? This was a short one today. We just wanted to come on and say hi. I see Africa Rain said, Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Mm-hmm.
Bien? Very good. So
No, I mean that's about it. I'll give you one
yeah.
story though, and I'll tell you how. Now, social media for big bloggers and so forth, even for small bloggers like ourselves,
Yeah.
it's important. I remember when we were in South Africa, we were going to go to Mozambique, so
Oh, yes.
we were going to all different places in Southern Africa,
Right.
and so we decided, okay, well, let's see, we're going to go to Mozambique, and we had it all planned and
Right.
wrapped in a bow, getting
Right.
ready to go.
Getting ready to go. Getting ready
And
to
so
drive, mind
yeah,
you.
and so we looked and said, well, how, trying to look at people and these, like the travel pages and stuff like that, and then we started to read, and people were saying how much they were shaken down by the police.
Right.
And I remember this one sad story. This person said, Mozambique is so beautiful, but I really didn't enjoy it because by the time I got from the border to the beach, I was broke because I
It's
had been
true.
shaken down so much.
It's
You
true.
say I didn't get it, and that was a sad story. And I was like, I don't want to be that sad story, so we
So
didn't
we
go. So they lost hundreds of dollars in our tourism because
we saw
of
that.
how they stand to lose so much more by being corrupt and not dealing with the corruption than if they just been honest.
Yeah, so
It's,
it's good. What Sierra Leone did was good because they refunded the money.
oh, and that was the amazing part.
That
They said they would,
refund
under investigation, they would refund the
fund the
money.
money.
Now that,
That's big.
even if
That's
it was $2, I'm
right. I'm
surprised.
happy. That's big because
Yes.
that says that we will not tolerate it. And I got a feeling that because we plan on going to Sierra Leone, I got a feeling that for other people, when you finally get there, I don't think you're going to have any problem at that border because that sent shockwaves. Now, if they arrested the people, you're arrested. I'm sure your job is gone. That sends a message. That's the best type of message to send, so that the foolishness will stop. But yeah, I forgot about that. How we that changed the plans for
Right.
for going because it will, and it's part of travel though. It's
Exactly.
part of travel.
And that's one of the
Yeah,
reasons Ghana has such fast and rapid growth, is because almost to a person, even though there are things happen,
yeah.
thievery and
Of
stuff like that,
course, they
almost
can't
to a
manage
person, people
everything.
will say it's peaceful, people are
Mhm.
nice, it's
They are.
safe,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And the politics is stable. They have a
Mhm.
stable, peaceful exchange of leadership, and that's important. We didn't even have a peaceful change of leadership here in
Mm-mm.
the United States. Both ways. When Trump got in, it was not peaceful because Democrats went crazy, and when Trump got out, it was
It
not
was
peaceful because the Republicans went crazy. So,
true,
so
true,
you, so
true.
nobody can take ownership of the crazy. They were both crazy.
True.
So,
It's true. It's true. I see what Africa Rain says. She says, "So sad. I've been hearing about the police on the continent, how greedy they are." It's true, but it's a different it's a different thing. Not everyone. I don't want to talk poorly. It's just how you have those few. What's the saying? Like a few bad apples will ruin it. It's just a few people that are greedy like that, and when they're like that, it just kind of spreads, and
right.
yeah, people meet those people, and so it
And the
makes it
thing
bad.
is, the problem is when it becomes normalized and it's ordinary and okay.
Right.
And that's when it becomes a big problem because nobody bats an eye. I mean, like I said, Ghana was 10 years ago. Drivers didn't bat an eye. God just like, here,
Yeah.
here's a CD. There's
Oh,
two CD.
it's too
Here's
serious.
three CD.
Yes, and just
It
give.
was just like everybody was like, okay,
Accepting it.
that's how it goes.
Right, but the
So
people stop and they say, I don't want it. Africa Rain says, I'm going to Kenya this July. I pray I don't run into those greedy police.
no, when
Well,
we didn't run into a whole bunch of problems in Kenya. I mean,
no,
what I remember, like when you go to like if it's still like that, when you go to like the
the
big
market.
institute, the markets, the malls, different places where large gatherings, you're going to see a lot of guns.
Mm,
But
mm.
but nobody's using them, but they got them just in case they have to.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Hmm. I don't remember corruption there, but you know what?
Do you remember the explosions, the terrorist
Yes, that,
attacks?
yes. But
And it's
don't
because of
go with
that.
that. Yeah.
But that was years ago, and
That's
we've
been a
been
long
since then
time
a couple of times,
to Kenya, and
and
it's been
it
positive.
is really safe, really nice. But I'm saying, don't be, Africa, you've probably been these places. I may not be
Right.
telling you anything new, but
Yes.
other people,
Yes.
don't be shocked when you see all the guns,
Yes.
and don't be intimidated or scared because they're not for you. They're for your safety.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So up, I can see that very well.
Going to
Going
Egypt.
to Egypt next month. So she says the first visit, okay, to the motherland. I didn't hear the police were corrupt in. Oh, and South Africa is next. Okay, now South Africa. I'm gonna say that you do have to be uh you have to be careful everywhere. Um I know in oh, okay, she hasn't been. Okay, let me back up. South Africa, every place you must be um conscious of your surroundings and pay close attention because it's different. Once I don't know where you're from. I don't know if you're from the States. We're in the States. It's different from your homeland. So in Egypt there are a lot of customs. So I hear that I see a picture of your lady wearing shorts that's not acceptable because that's a Muslim country.
Right.
And so the women there are, you know, in hijab. Some of them are fully covered, but you know, I can't tell you what to do, but just keep in mind that the country that you're going to, Egypt, they, you know, it's Muslim and they are covered. So it's conservative. And so
Right.
the shorts are not acceptable.
Just think about going to a conservative church. So you
Right,
kind of keep that
right,
in mind
right.
when you dress.
If you don't want the like the sisters be looking at you at the church frowning when you go, if you're you know, like that. But also Egypt is very close to Israel as well. So, but I think you'll be fine. Okay, so let's see. It's another question. Yes, we're praying for Gomo. Yes, it's I haven't watched the full eruption and all of that, but we are praying for the people there because a lot of them were in a panic. They did not know what to do. So that's one of the posts that I made earlier today, this morning. Yes, is to pray for the people there because it's pretty bad. It's a volcano. I haven't been there. And yes, yes, I do feel you. Yes. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Africa Rain says I bought yes, the house and the second plot in Kenya through an international realtor. Excellent. Here's the first time going to visit the motherland to look on my apartment that you bought, the building in two plots. Oh, okay. So, but you bought it through a real estate,
A realtor.
a realtor. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, so you know what to do then. You grew up in a hostel.
Mhm.
You know what to do. You know, you just be covered up and enjoy it. It's going to be a good time. Okay, so where in Kenya, someone asked. Africa Rain, that's a question for you. Um, I guess that someone has. So she says, I know it sounded crazy. I've never been there and bought properties. Well, that can be, but you know, you use a real estate agent. So you have someone to fall, uh, who is responsible, who can be held accountable. They are licensed, the real estate agents. So I don't think that's crazy when you go through a real estate agent. Okay. And she says, we're in Kenya. Okay, I don't know where she's moving in Kenya. Maybe she'll say, "Oh, Sukuri
And
in Nairobi." Okay, okay, very nice. Okay, so I don't see any more questions, and let me make sure I didn't pass any.
so we're going to go to the open house at African. We're going to go, not the open house. We're going to go to the housewarming party. And she
Yeah, we're
has it.
gonna right to your housewarming party, Africa Rain, and have something for you. And also yeah, would love to meet and greet. Kenya is beautiful. It is. It's very beautiful. That was a
Right.
very good decision. You have quite a few expats who have relocated to beautiful Kenya. Okay, so let me see what else is she saying. Okay, I bought the apartment in Sukuri and a rich plot of land in Nanyuki. Now, how far is that from Nairobi, Nanyuki? Because that one I really don't know. How far is that one from there? So this is very good. We are in a new time now where we're all well, we're all visiting. Yes, when it's done, sounds good. We will stay in touch. You have my email that's in the description, and just keep in touch. We'd love to meet up. Oh, it's a 3 hours drive. Okay. I thought so because this is like, So you know what? That's really good when you can go out to these places that have you get out of the city because Nairobi is a hustle bustle metropolitan city.
Right.
So you move out of that, you get to see a lot of the beautiful nature, and also once you get to the coastal places like Malindi and all of those places, it's oh yeah, it's beautiful. Kenya is a must. we've been blessed to travel to Kenya a couple of times, and I can't get enough of Kenya. But for today, that's what we have. We just wanted to come on and connect with you all and talk about the uh, what is it? The corruption,
Yeah,
how it's being
yeah,
solved,
right. So
because
basically,
it's a
there's
positive.
improvements. Just bringing the good
Yes.
news of at least something being solved that we know about in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
corruption.
That's very
And
beautiful.
corruption is never going to
No,
stop.
Kenya.
Just
No,
that's just
no,
gonna. I
it's not
mean,
going to stop.
you can go to any country and
Here,
follow the money trail, and you're gonna find
the
some corruption.
corruption. Right. It's just good that how Drew Binsky brought this out. I just keep saying it. I know people are like, oh, well, they did it because he's white, so they were
Exactly.
funding it.
Exactly.
You know what? They did it because he has over 1 million subscribers on his YouTube. And when you put something up like that that's so negative and people they see that damages your reputation. People will not. The first thing, it's just like Jeff said earlier, when we were set, locked, and loaded, ready to travel to Mozambique, we were in South Africa, and really two things changed our mind. You didn't bring this up. One of our business partners there begged us, don't go to Mozambique. Do not go to Mozambique. But then we thought, oh, maybe he's just being, overprotective, because once you make friends on the continent, you have in different countries, people, they take care of you. Okay, you take care of people, they take care of you. But he begged us. He goes, oh, please don't go there. Please don't. So that didn't convince us. But once Jeff read, I don't know if it was some internet. We
It
do
was
a
like on TripAdvisor and
TripAdvisor. I
stuff,
was getting ready
yeah.
to say that we do a
And
lot
then
of
we're
reading
just
on
reading
that.
different stuff, and because you're trying to look at what is a good place to go, where can you go see, da da da,
Right. And we wanted to
and
go
story after
because
story.
yeah, and so but then
And there was that one main story that was
it
like,
just seal the deal.
yeah,
It just seal what our friend said. Don't go. And listen to your friends sometimes, especially if it's their homeland. If they're telling you wait, don't, listen to that. But also just use good common sense. That's the number one thing. If you use your good common sense, you can't go wrong. I'm just gonna tell you. And someone was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked off of that." Tanya from Hi, welcome, Tanya from
Ohio.
Ohio. Ohio's in the house. Welcome.
I'm a musicians, Ohio players.
Okay, you gonna do that?
Oh well, I hit the wrong
Hit the
button. Hold
wrong
on,
key.
sir.
Let's see what
Wait a
is he
second.
gonna do. Oh, roller coaster of love.
Okay.
Hey, I like that.
Anyway,
Okay, so welcome, Ohio.
you probably don't even like the group, but it just struck me.
She said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, she does. Yes, she does. Okay, family, she does. Okay, so listen, the next time we're going to reveal in a couple of weeks where we plan on heading once it comes through, and then maybe we'll be able to meet up with some of you if you're headed there too. Yes, because we do plan on getting out. Remember, if you plan on doing some travel too and you just have questions, if we know it, we'll share it. If we don't, we'll try to point you in the right direction and hook you up with the person who does know. But until next time, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Have a fabulous week. I hope and pray that you meet all of your goals and all of your dreams come true this week. You gonna play us out with something?
Yeah, I had. Well,
See,
since we were in,
I was liking
let me
that
see.
roller
What's
coaster.
another Ohio players? I know a lot of them. Uh,
Oh.
Stand tight. Okay.
No, skin tight.
Okay.
Hey, so that's all you're
So
gonna give them?
that's all I got. And then the other,
Okay,
what's the other
okay.
one? What is it? Ah,
Oh.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay. I can keep going. I can keep going. All right, I'm done.
Okay. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. We love you too. Thank you for support. And until next time, till next Sunday, we'll be a little bit earlier. We had some stuff that we were doing today. So we love coming on. We love connecting. So have a blessed week. Bye.